So it's June 7th in the Adirondack Mountains, and it's 50 degrees and windy at noon. Am I deterred? Not at all, because 50 degrees and windy means no mosquitoes. At least not here where it's windy. I don't know about up in the forest, but that's Blue Mountain. As you can see, the visibility is still pretty piss poor, so I'm going to try to find a different trail to hike. I'm registered at the register box here at the Rock Lake Trail. This is a pretty short trail. Doesn't look like visibility from the Canadian forest fires will be an issue on this trail. So yeah, let's see what it's all about. So this is pretty. I could complain that, you know, it could be sunnier or warmer, but there's no mosquitoes. So, well, there goes one. But there aren't many mosquitoes, so I'm going to take what I can get here. And I'm perfectly happy with the dreary kind of dark look here. Kind of adds to the ambiance and the mystery of the hike. Now look at this tree here. That is a massive pine tree. It's a big one. Well, I was hoping to follow this little path down a little closer to the water to get on the Rock Lake here, but it just kind of meanders around in this kind of marshy, marshy system of channels and such. I think I'll just follow the main trail and see if it goes somewhere closer. So the forest may look like it has a lot of death and decay in it, but you know, that leads to other things. You know, all these trees that are down, you know, that are decaying eventually turn into soil, and out of that there's almost like a little mini forest down here on the forest floor. You know, interesting, like look at these things, little like cactus like things. They're actually soft. Little pine tree. I think that's a type of fern maybe, or another type of pine tree. Yeah, this one here is growing shoots already. More here. There's another variety. And still, oh, look at that. It's like little mini Christmas trees. Yeah, so there's all sorts of life springing forth from this decay. You know, it's and this is a thick, verdant forest. You know, it's doing its thing. And then course, ferns thrive in this environment. So yeah, I'm gonna get back on the trail here and keep moving. I've checked back in at the register box to let the state of New York Forestry Service know that I'm not lost in the woods out there. Yeah, the Rock Lake Trail, it was a nice little trail. I'm really glad I came here today. I've been kind of struggling to find good trails, not because of any lack of trails, but just the weather, the mosquitoes, the forest fire smoke, you name it. But yep, that one was a win. I'll take it, and I enjoyed it. And see if I can go find another hike for the day. So I've registered at the Sawyer Mountain Trailhead register box. This is a 1 mile hike all the way uphill to the summit of Sawyer Mountain. It's under 3,000 feet, a little bit, but I don't know how much I'll film, but we'll see what it's like. Just a nice, cool hike. Or nice hike on a cool day, I should say. Yeah, it's pretty up here. So I believe that this is called Sawyer's Egg, and for good reason. It looks like when you come up the trail, when I came up the trail here and first caught sight of it, it does look like a bird, a humongous bird laid a giant egg here. It also looks, I'm sure it's not true, but that thing looks like it could just start rolling down that hill at any time. But I'm gonna keep moving. Some more of these ancient building blocks. They do kind of look like that, but yeah, just deposited here by glaciers. Really cool looking though. I love these formations. Game for the challenge. Don't use your step here. You'll just slide all the way down. Well, here I am. This is the peak of Sawyer Summit. So let it be said that I did summit a mountain in the Adirondacks. May only be a 3,000 foot mountain, but it was a good strenuous hike. I'm happy with it. Supposedly there's a scenic overlook a few hundred yards down the trail here, so I'm gonna go check that out. Now up ahead here, I should come around this bend and have like a spectacular view, but something tells me that is not going to be the case today. Let's check it out. Oh man. I mean, I should be able to see for miles. Yeah, I can see a mountain across there. And way in the distance, I can see one very faintly. I mean, they're there. Oh, what's this? Hawk. Look at the hawk just riding the air currents coming up the mountain. Yeah, I mean, I can see it's a long way down, but yeah. So I've returned from my day of hiking. This is my last full day in the Adirondacks at Lake Durant. The air quality is horrible today. You can't see a mile. So what I did, instead of hiking to the top of Blue Mountain, because I decided I didn't want to subject myself to that kind of physical abuse on myself to get to the top of a mountain that has no view, is I found two little hikes right off the highway. One was Rock Lake, and that was really pretty and serene and mysterious. I really liked that. I'm really glad that I found that. And then I went up the road a couple of miles and hiked to the summit of Sawyer Mountain. So that was my trip today, and tomorrow I'm gonna get out of here and head north.